3 quick tips to remember it's about coaching and mentoring. Welcome. Dr. Stephen Hobbs here from the Wealth Movement, sharing some information about the connection between coaching and mentoring, in particular, this notion of coaching and mentoring rather than coaching versus mentoring, because with the versus, it talks about negating one over the other, using and bringing it together. So what I thought I would do is share these 3 tips with you about this connection of and between coaching and mentoring. The first one I want to bring up is that they both use the concept of questions, the practice of questions. And when the learner is asking the educator, in this case, the learner is bringing the questions to the educator, that's about mentoring. In other words, the mentee is asking questions of the mentor from the perspective of more about the intention type questions. So there's always questions like, how are you and what's going on in your life? But when you get into the intention of the reason to get together, mentoring has the mentee asking the mentor questions, which means that from a coaching perspective, it tends to go the other way. In this case, the coach is asking the coachee, or the educator is asking the learner the questions. In that is this notion of the questions, their primary intention, which way are they going? The second quick tip is that they're both about leading the person rather than managing the system. Now, the interesting thing here is I'm going to do a little bit of a word play. From a mentoring perspective, it's about inspiration. It's about breathing in so that the person has a sense of the ideas that you as the mentor are sharing with the mentee. On the flip side, the coaching has this notion of expiration, is that the coach is sharing the ideas with the coachees. So I think about mentoring, about breathing in the ideas. Coaching is about sharing out, breathing out the ideas. The next tip I'd like to share is this notion of responsible delivery. Both of them, you've got to really pay attention to the delivery. You have a strong accountability here that you give the correct information. And with this responsible delivery comes the sense of responsive listening. In other words, listening from a place of knowing that you're going to respond, waiting to hear all that's presented by the person that you're sitting across from. And what the mentor is doing is looking at the evolvement of the mentee, how to offer ideas that allows the mentee to evolve. Whereas from a coaching point of view, you're really looking at this notion of involvement, about how to get the coachee, the person that's working with the coach, involved with what's taking place to be able to reach the performance requirements. From a mentor, because they're looking for the evolvement, the evolution of the person, it isn't always about the performance. It's about the longer term view of how the person is going to benefit from the mentoring arrangement. So with that, I just like to bring to your attention is that there is a course that I'm offering at wealthmovement.com. You'll see it below here, /coaching and mentoring. I encourage you to sign up for the course so that you can truly get to understand this connection between coaching and mentoring. With that, take care.